Welcome back to 1d8 plus 1, the Leaner Orbs. And today, I was going to try to start tackling the first Cleric. And in the first Cleric type thing, when you're doing a Cleric into Combat Medic, Radiant Servant Payload, or things that are curing, you're going to watch several things come together before you just bundle some Christmas tree up and then just label it with stuff and then just and stuff it into something type thing in that type of sense. Even though it was like label type thing, like a flower type thing, it wasn't squished or crumpled type thing. It was with baby breath type thing, and then they put that in that foil type thing, and they might put it in a vase, or they might, staple the thing together type thing. So then in that type of sense, the first one was to add the baby breath type thing. The second one was to add the green paper, and the third one was to staple the green paper together. And so in that type of thing, if that didn't come together in different order type thing, and like I'll staple the rows, and then I'll put the paper in the baby breath, and then I'll put that on top of the rows type thing and hand that to the customer. So that's still right type thing to do. And in the same nature, in developing cure spells or bonuses type thing, you're looking at the same thing. Now, in some calculations type thing, when you get a salary type thing and then you get a rising sun bonus type thing, that goes into your salary type thing. So if you made 50,000 type thing in that type of sense, then your bonus of 10 grand will leave you at 50,000. So now you've got 50 type thing, and then that's your salary in addition, or the plus sign, and then 10 type thing for your bonus, and then that would be 60. And so the same thing is true. So that was that was your salary type thing. So that was one thing type thing here, and then B, that was your bonus type thing, and that's another thing there. So that's 1 and 2. So now in that type of thing, one was 50 and the other was 10. So that's 50 plus 10 type thing, and I've got a plus around here somewhere. And from that type thing, there we go, you would add them together. So now in that type of thing, that's 50 plus 10, which is 60. The same exact thing changes in AD&D, because for most of your whole career, you're always focusing on getting the 8. You're like, I don't want a 5 or 3 or 7 type thing, or 1, and like that. I don't want a 2 or 4 or 6. I just want an 8 type thing. And so now, if I'm a sophomore in high school, or freshman, I get a 1, and then I go up to 2 type thing as a sophomore, and then 3 as a junior, and then 4 as a senior type thing. That's right. That's the right classification. But this is a random die roll type thing. And from that random die, it comes up with results. I definitely don't want the 2 or 1 type thing, and that's still a 1. And in that type of thing, that's 3, that's 6, and that's an 8. So from that type of thing, that was like 6 choices, or 6 rolls type thing, and one of them was an 8, and another one was a 6. So in that type of thing, you would roll, to do an average type thing, I had, let's see, that's 1 plus 1 plus, I think another 1 plus 2 plus 6 plus 3. And that's 14, and that's 3 1s, a 2, a 6, and an 8. So I gotta do that over again. So now my first roll type thing, let me go here. And my first roll, I had a 1, so that's 1, so I had a 1. My second roll, I had a 1, and that's another 1. And then my third roll, I had a 1, in that type of sense, and that's 3. Actually, my first roll was like a 2, so I gotta push these guys over, and that's 2 type thing here. And that's 4 rolls type thing in that type of sense, or A, B, C, and D, which in that type of thing, that's A, and then that's B, and then that's C. And that's pretty complicated. And that was 4 right there. And then in that type of thing, my next one was 6. That's here. And let's see here. I can't keep up with that. And Yeah. Now that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 results. So that's 3 plus 2, that's 5, plus 6, that's 11. I'll do it here in the calculator. And that's 2 plus 3 plus 6 plus 8. And that's 19. Then divide it by 6. And then my average cure was 3.166. So in that type of thing, but that's a random roll type thing there. So from that randomness, that's a cure light type thing. That's a D8 in that type of sense. So that's 8 there type thing. And then their bonus type thing is not an addition. It just goes up to the 8, just like the 50,000 plus the 10,000 to make 50,000. So now in that type of sense, you're getting a better cure. So now in that, you put ritual blessing on that type thing. So that's 8 plus ritual blessing type thing for 8. So now that's ritual blessing is 2. That's 8 plus 2, and that's 10. So in that type of thing, that's a worse cure type thing. You're not doing, so now per cures that you do in a day, you could do 10. And that's like 30 hit points of curing. And so from that, there's no need to do 30 type thing when you could do 8. So now that's 8 times 3 type thing, and that's 24 hit points. So now in that, we've got subtraction, which is complicated. Now that's subtraction. That's 30 minus the 30 was the one that had the ritual blessing on it, minus the condition of just not adding the ritual blessing on it type thing. And so now in between those two conditions type thing, with and without, there was a 6 difference in between those two. So this is 6 better for ritual blessing, even though it doesn't feel that way because there's no reason to go beyond the max. So from that better cure, you could do the better cure, and then you could do that in series or in daisy chain for the rest of your spells per day. So now I'm going to start with that. And in that, let's go here and then here. That's ritual blessing. So that's your base. And I didn't take a picture of that here. That's your base. And that's your wisdom bonus. And that here that's 3. That's your healing domain. Alright, perfect. Here. I can't read that there. So I can read that over the dice. Alright, here. Let's call it some organization. And that's here. That's page 31, the Cleric. Now, where this thing is going to be is on page 31. Well, that's page 31. I see a 3 and a 2 there, so that's page 31. So that means that's not page 31. And from there, I really need to get up into the light there. Let's see if we can do this here. And from that, that's a Cleric cast divine spells like other spellcasters. There, like other spellcasters. Hold on here. And there we go. Like other spellcasters, a Cleric can cast only a certain number of spells per day. Base daily allotment. And that's base daily allotment here. Alright. Base daily allotment. That's 1 type thing there. So we set that. Is given on table 3-6 the Cleric. In addition, he receives bonus spells per day if he has a high wisdom score, or she. So that's wisdom score type thing, and that's blank. So in that type of sense, we give that a number type thing. That's 2. And that was complicated. And ability modifiers and bonus spells, page 8. All Cleric also gets 1 domain spell of each spell level he or she can cast starting at first level. So now that's Cleric 1. And that's right. And bonus domain type thing. That's domain. That's there. So now we had base daily. We had base daily spell. That's base. And then wisdom. So that's base, wisdom, and wisdom. So base daily allotment, wisdom score, and domain spell. Gets 1 domain spell of each spell level he can cast starting at first. So domain, and in addition receives a bonus spell per day if it is high wisdom score. And then in that is base daily spell allotment is given on table 3-6. The Cleric. Now, like other spellcasters, a Cleric can cast only a certain number of spells per spell level per day. His base daily spell allotment is given on table 3-6 the Cleric. In addition, he receives bonus spells per day as if he had a high wisdom score. And see table 1-1 ability modifiers and bonus spells, page 8. a cleric also gets 1 domain spell for each spell level he can cast starting at first level. When a cleric propels a spell in a domain spell slot, it must come from one of his 2 domains. See deities, domains, and domain spells below for details. The reason why I box these things off is because it's easy to forget and skip over. Now in that type of thing, that's 1. From that, you have to take still a god that can do that. That's Palor, god of sun, neutral good, good healing, strength, and sun. And if you do that, then from there, you can put together your rest of your bonuses. Now using your character feat and your human racial feat, you can take 2 feats at first level type thing. So that's 1 feat for ritual blessing, and that's 2 feat, that's the next feat type thing for sacred healing. That's 2 feats. Now from there type thing, you can add both of those feats in at first level. Sacred healing type thing gives you a 2 bonus on top of the d8 that's in your spell, which is a cure light. So that's 2. That's right there. And in that type of sense, you turn that into a 2 here and add that there. And then your cleric level type thing is 1. So now you've got 1. You take this number type thing and you tell yourself it's 0 in that type of thing because you're a rookie. But then that goes right there next to cleric level, and that's still the number 1. So you leave a number 1 there. And in that type of sense, the ritual blessing type thing goes for anything that has the name light in it type thing, or the word before it, which is cure. And since that's the name of it, and it does have the cure word in there, which is 1 word, that's cure, as long as it has that word, this word here, as long as this word is part of the spell at first level, that's cure, and that's cure, that's not matching up type thing. That's light's not in there, but cure and cure, and that's a bonus for it type thing. As long as cure is in there type thing, it gets 2. So cure is in there type thing. That turns into a 2 bonus on the cure, and you put that there next with the sacred healing and the cleric level, and then your healing domain gives you a 1 on top of your cleric bonus type thing here. And it adds 1 in addition to your 1 type thing, which is 2, and you can just leave it separate type thing as your healing domain. That's its bonus there. And of course, now that replaces your d8 roll. There is no roll. We just roll by doing that. So we got a roll of 1 cleric level, 1 healing domain, 2 secret healing type thing, and 2 ritual blessing type thing. That was your roll off the d8 type thing in that type of sense, which makes a total of 4. So in that type of sense, that is 1 plus 1. That's equal to 2 plus 2 plus 2. And that's 6. So that's 1 plus 1, that's 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. And 4 plus 2 is 6. So now 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. Now from that type thing, now we also rolled our d8. That is the result of the roll type thing. So that's 7. So now that's 6 plus 7 type thing. That's 13. And I said that earlier type thing, but that's the way that people sometimes think about it, that there is no roll, and there is. There's still, that's just your bonus. That's your bonus on top of your salary. So bonus, salary, salary, bonus. So now I had a roll of 7 type thing, so 7's your salary, and you had 6 for your bonus type thing. So it's 7 plus 6 type thing, so 7 plus, or 6 plus 7, that's 13. If I would have rolled an 8 on that die type thing randomly, then that would have been 8 plus my bonus of 6 to equal 14. And that was from 1 cure light. Alright, in the next video, I'll try to explain type thing to you, type thing in that type of sense, whether or not that was 1 spell or 3 spells wrapped into 1. Okay, have a great one.